In exactly 48 hours, I will remake Call of Duty Warzone with a working health system, buy station, working guns, looting, and enemy AI. You may ask why, and the reason is everyone knows the game right now is filled with sweaty rose skins and hackers, so this is the perfect opportunity to make my own version where I can be the best. So make sure to watch the end to see the final result. Alright, so first we're bringing a cube, stretch it out, and let it be the platform for the player to stand on. We'll use a capsule to represent the player and get started on the movement. Oh, what's this? Danny has the FPS movement tutorial? Well, let's just repurpose this. We need the game to start looking like Warzone, so we should get started with the UI of what the player sees, most importantly the health, amount of shield, and cash the player has. Luckily, I was able to find icons and some assets to use made by Speed Tutor, so shout out to this guy. The health and shield bar are now working, and we can pick up the cash and armor plates. And going into the gas will make the player take damage. The damage first reduces the plates, then the health of the player. Next, I'll code a general gun controller script that can be applied to every gun object I decide to put in this game. This way, I can just tweak the different parameters to be specific to that gun. I saw a good video by Dave Game Development which inspired me to do so go check him out if you're interested in the fine details. I found these gun models with arms on the asset store that seemed like it would be a good fit for the game. We got an AK-47, the Striker 45, a double barrel shotgun, which is pretty much the 7.25, and we got the pistol. These guns are good enough for representation from each of the main weapon type categories in COD, and I can just use the pistol as a starter gun and the rest as loot to pick up. For aiming down sight, instead of making an animation, the fast way to do it is to change the position of the gun to line up right in front of the player's camera. I'm using the gun assets shooting and reloading animation, which look pretty clean and save me some time.
Nice.
In any game, sound is equally important, and especially in Warzone with the unique sounds of performing any action, so I ripped the picking up armor plate and cash sound straight from YouTube Warzone gameplay. And this coughing MP3 file seems to do the job just fine. We need to be able to cycle between the weapons, so the way I'm making it is by looping over the children game objects, which would be the guns, and setting them to act.
Boring! Shut up, nerd!
There ended up being a bug for the reload animation where sometimes the reloading animation wouldn't play. I tried fixing this problem for an hour, but I can't be bothered to spend more time on this as we are on a challenge deadline. I placed the objects on the ground and started making the looting system for the weapons. The way it works is I have a box collider and I set the weapon active to pick up using the weapon switch script, and I just destroy the object after it is picked up. Alright, we need some sounds for these guns. Okay, it should work now. I said it should work now. You may have noticed when I step into the gas, you can't really tell that I'm in it. In Warzone, there's a greenish filter that the player sees when they are in it, so I decided to use some post-processing to give this effect. I found a replica of this treasure chest on Sketchfab which had an opening animation as well, so I slapped some color on it and made it so that pressing E near it will spawn cash, armor, and a random gun from one of the gun objects. And what would a Warzone chest replica be without its iconic sound? Oh, what's this? An exact replica of the buy station from Warzone? Well, don't mind if I do. So I brought in the object, slapped some material colors on it. No one got time to make an exact match.
No.
The only thing in my game that you could technically buy are plates, so that'll do for the exact price of $1,500 right from the game. And of course, like always, gotta rip that buy station sound right out of the game. So we know that Warzone is a multiplayer game, but with this limited time remaining, I don't got time to learn networking code, so the best solution is to make bots. Though I can't just use any regular old character and call it a day. I may not know how to 3D model, but I sure know how to find free 3D models on these fishy websites. And so I was able to find a 3D model of the Rose skin. Yes, you heard me right, the Rose skin. So literally in my game, the Rose skin is a bot. I used mixer mode to give it some animations. Let's resize it, apply some color to it. I'm going with the AK-47, and to attach the gun to the model, I used something called animation rigging. And it worked the first try. Yeah, I'm kidding, this was such a pain to get right. Alright, next, it's time to code some enemy AI. I really like Unity's ragdoll system, so I wanted to make it so that when I killed the Rose skin, it'll go into ragdoll mode. I think he's trying to do the whippin' nay. I wanted to design 3 states for the Rose skin to perform follow, patrol, and shoot. When I'm within range, it'll follow me till the stopping distance I set and then start shooting. For the patrol state, I coded it so that it has 3 waypoints to go to and will keep cycling through them. And shoot was simple to make, where I applied a constant damage factor to my shields first, then my health as long as the enemy is looking at me. Now that we got the fundamentals of the game down, let me get rid of the basic blue platform that we've been staring at. I found this free map on the asset store that would fit the vibe of Warzone, as it's actually reminding me a bit of Quarry. So I imported the map in and started placing the assets as well as the Rose skin across it. Of course, we need the gas, so I scaled it up a bit and duplicated it around the map. I tried making it a circle around the outer edge of the map, but yeah. To make the minimap, I added a camera on top of the player to follow it around and displayed it on top of the canvas. Since I only have a couple of enemies in the map, I don't really need a kill counter, but the players left would come in handy. And so every time an enemy is killed, the amount decrements and updates to the UI. Alright, so let's open the chest. Let's get that. Of course, the animation stopped working. Don't need that gun, I already have it. Alright, let's kill this first Rose skin right here. Alright, too easy. Probably should have given them more health, but destroy these guys. Let me take this. 725 them in the face now. Come on, come on. I'm stuck in the ground. Oh no, he's trying to... God damn it. No, no. One plate, it's all good though. We got this. Yep, run away. I can buy some plates. There you go. Run, gotta run. Alright, should be light now. Full plates on. Easy. Let me just use this AK to kill this guy, last guy. Go for the 360. So with only 48 hours, I think I did a pretty good job on this project. And so if you ever want to see more, consider leaving a like and subscribing because it's free and will help me out tremendously.